question for the brother Snefuru sent honey. You got the question there, brother Snefuru?
The question is, in the Bible, they said that they made man after our image and likeness. Now he is one of us. Tell me exactly what that means. That's in reference to the books of Genesis, where it speaks about God said, let us, or it's quoted in Genesis, let us make man after our image and after our likeness. Now, first of all, the question has been put to the world by Dr. Malachi Kobe in New York, who is the master teacher in his day and time. Who is this talking to? Who's doing the talking, and who are they talking to? Because if this is God, right, you're saying that God evidently has someone else who is in the same image as he is and who is involved in the creation of man, because he says, let us make man in our image after our likeness. So the two of them have the same image. They're making a man, a third being in their image, and the two of them act alike because they have the same likeness. And so they're going to make another being that acts like them. Okay? So who is it they're talking about? And then later on, as the story goes on, right, and Adam and Eve are in the garden, then the devil comes into the garden, speaks to Eve, and Eve says to the devil, no, God told us that we can partake of every fruit that is in the garden except the tree in the midst of the garden. And the devil says, no, God knows. It literally says God is lying. He knows that the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open and ye shall be gods. And as soon as Adam and Eve took of the fruit, go right down into Genesis chapter 3, and it tells you what it says. Now look at man. He has become like one of us to know good and evil. First question is, God said that Adam and Eve were going to die that day. Sure, you said you shall surely die that day. Not only did they not die, but just what the devil said came true. The devil said, God knows that you shall be like gods. And that's the same thing God said. Now look at man, he's become like us, knowing good from evil. Okay. Then what happens? They get put out of the garden, and Adam lives for another 900 years, so they did not die that day. You should be put into the world. What exactly is going on here? Why is it that we can find quotes that are so contradictory, where you got God lying and devil telling the truth? That right knowledge, that wu noir, we need that. Our people are sick believing in these stories.